right.
I'd like to welcome everybody to the Hyde Park Town Board meeting, June 12th, 2023. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Would you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Oh, that triggered my
Now they want to recognize the Cub Scout, Boy Scouts?
Should we do that first, Donna?
Yeah.
Yes. That's this thing. I'd like to recognize Boy Scout Troop 37 for the planting, landscaping of the Town of Hyde Park War Memorial. Is there anyone here to accept this?
Connor.
Town Hyde Park, please accept this town's sincere appreciation once again for the wonderful beautification of the Town Hyde Park Veterans Memorial this year, just in time for Memorial Day remembrance and ceremonies. The placement of the beautiful flowers does not go unnoticed to those who pay their respects at the memorial or those by walking by the town hall. Many people have commented on how it beautifies and enhances the grounds here at Town Hall. Your troops' dedication and strong work ethic in volunteering your time, such as a worthy project, shows valuable character traits that will serve well in your future endeavors. Once again, the town commends Troop 37 and thanks you for your continuing support. And I'd like to say you did a great job because I remember when you guys were out there. Thank you.
Very nice. Very nice.
Okay, do any town board members have any conflicts of interest regarding any of the agenda items, tonight's agenda?
No.
No.
I'd like to have a motion to add resolutions 12 and 15 of 2023 to the agenda. Resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park clerk to issue a hawking and peddling license to Vanessa Espinoza of Van Roy's LLC.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All right, may the clerk take a voice vote?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Prusakowski.
Aye.
And Supervisor Torrigiani.
Aye. The following corrections were made and reposted at 2:30 p.m. today. Resolution 7 had 2 salary corrections and the addition of a pool attendant. Resolution 8 had some typographical errors that were corrected. Okay, we'd like to take Resolution 8 and 9 and do those first. 8, 9, and 10, sorry.
Hold on.
Okay, we got 2 8s.
Pull 8, 9, and 10?
Yep. Resolution 612-8 of 2023, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to appoint Sergeant Jason Rosillo as a permanent full-time police lieutenant for the Town of Hyde Park Police Department.
The officer is here.
We need a second.
Oh, we need a second?
Second.
All right. Will the clerk read the roll call vote?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Prusakowski.
Aye.
And Supervisor Torrigiani.
Aye.
We're gonna do them all, right?
We'll do all three in that, okay?
Okay. Lynn, you do next one?
Resolution 612-9 of 2023, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to appoint Acting Police Sergeant Michael Stallone as a full-time contingent permanent police sergeant for the Town of Hyde Park Police Department.
May I have a second?
Second?
Will the roll call vote be taken by the clerk, please?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Prusakowski.
Aye.
And Supervisor Torrigiani.
Aye. Motion carried.
Resolution 612-10 of 2023, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to appoint provisionally Tina Costa as a full-time police assistant for the Town of Hyde Park Police Department.
May I have a second?
Second.
Thanks, Tom. Will the clerk please take the roll call vote?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Prusakowski.
Aye.
And Supervisor Torrigiani.
Aye. Motion carried. Will Officer Sergeant Jason Rosillo and Michael Stallone step forward, please? Yes, you can.
I've done it once or twice, Pete. I just want to thank the Town of Hyde Park Town Board for all your support. As you know, we've had a lot of hirings in the short time that you guys have been here, a little over a year, actually a year and a half. You've been here, we've had a lot of hirings, and we're moving in the right direction. Last meeting, Lieutenant Kacha retired after 23 years of service. We're going to have another sergeant very soon retiring with over 35 years of service. So we're becoming a very young department, a very progressive department. And this is part of that, what you're seeing here today with promoting of Lieutenant Rosillo, who has about 17 years of service with the Town of Hyde Park. And then you're going to see Sergeant Sloan get promoted tonight. We're seeing the youth coming forward and moving us into the future. And this is such an exciting time for me because, as you guys know, I hate the old saying of this is the way we've always done things, right? I want some progressive thinking. I want to think outside the box, and I want to move us into the future, and this is what's going to move us into the future. This is the youth of our department. As you look around, you see all of our members of our department, members of the Drug Task Force here supporting Lieutenant Rosillo because he used to work with them for 3.5 years. Thank you guys for being here. Thank the families for being here tonight. And as you see, this is how we roll. We roll strong, we roll solid. And we're so excited about this happening tonight. And thank you for all your support.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
So customarily, what we do as people get promoted, we pin the new officer with their new rank. So I'm going to remove the sergeant badge from Lieutenant Rosillo, and his wife, Marcy's going to come up, and she's going to pin his new rank of lieutenant on Lieutenant Rosillo.
1 second. Can we just all move in for everybody who's out in the hallway and wants to see? I feel bad people are like out in the hallway. There's plenty of room in here. Come on up. Support your family members and your town and your police department. Come on in.
Get comfortable. Come on in. And Officer Stallone is being promoted to the rank of
sergeant today, and pinning Sergeant Stallone will be his father, Sam.
Speech.
I, Justin Masello, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and will faithfully discharge the duties of permanent full-time police lieutenant according to the best of my ability.
According to the best of my ability.
You were so sorry. All right. Congratulations. I, Michael Stallone,
I, Michael Stallone,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United
and the
States
Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and faithfully discharge the duties
and faithfully discharge the duties
of full-time contingent permanent police sergeant
as full-time contingent permanent police sergeant
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my
You were
ability.
so sworn. Very good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the AC's on.
You ready to move forward? Yeah, wait a minute. I'd like to have a motion to accept the minutes from May 15th and May 22nd, please.
So moved.
May I have a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Is there any public comments on resolutions and town business only? John?
Hi, I'm John Chileppi, One River Road, Hyde Park. I am speaking in favor of developing the sewer system for the center of Hyde Park. And I know that this is a process that's been 80 years in the proposing, and it would be nice if we were able, perhaps for the July meeting, to get some sort of a progress report on the plan that's currently under consideration, so that the residents of Hyde Park would know what's happening in terms of it. Belfield will have its sewer system, that's going to put existing businesses at a bit of a disadvantage if they don't get one as well. And it would be great, even if it starts with a district that's capable of enlarging and a district of perhaps 10 property owners, with a modular approach to get something in the ground, to start it, and then to have it built on as more funds become available and as more people begin to see the value of a sewer system. So I guess I'm requesting that perhaps for the July meeting, that the town engineer might spend some time explaining where we are and where we're going with the sewer system.
Well, I do have something for you, John.
Good.
We had a meeting today with the grant writer and our comptroller, and we are discussing having Delaware Engineering redo the proposal, cost analysis, once again, because we're applying for another $10 million. But this time, we're going to do exactly what you were saying. We will do it in phases and sections to try to make it a little bit easier, more cost-effective to do that. So that call is going to probably happen next week, and I'd like to apologize for our town engineer. I don't know where he is right now, but he's probably at a board meeting somewheres. All right? I forgot.
Thank you very much.
Not that I lied. I just remembered it.
I'd like to say something.
Yes.
I am Vanessa Espinosa, and I'm from Van Royce, and this is my husband, Troy
Ma'am,
Adams.
could you go up to the mic, please?
Microphone?
Yes. So I am Vanessa Espinosa from Van Royce, and this is my husband, Troy Adams, and I want to thank you all for the opportunity, and I especially want to thank Mr. John Lombardi for helping make this come together, and for so expeditiously, and I thank you very much.
Just let us know where the truck's parked.
Yes. And you came to my house, actually. I think you're one road over. We're on Hill and Hollow.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right.
I live around the corner, but now
That's-
I'm moving down to Samantha.
There you go. All right, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're very thankful for the opportunity.
Good evening. My name is Marla Sherman. I've been an employee of the Hyde Park School System for 18 years. I'm recently a Hyde Park resident, and I'm concerned about Pinewoods Road, and I'm apparently not the only one as I began distributing a petition. Pinewoods, there are a lot of safety issues, quite a few accidents on Pinewoods Road as I filed an accident report for the past 10 years, and I'll have all this information if you'll please let me leave it with you. I made 7 copies, one for each of you. I've spoken with Mr. Howie Fisher, met with Mr. Torgiani, thank you, and spoken with Dr. Ruggiero and Ms. Noakes. I appreciate your time. Pinewoods has had a lot of accidents, some historic accidents, some just more mundane accidents, and there's no center line down the road. There's a park at one end, a housing complex on the other, and as I approached people to see if they were concerned, I got an overwhelming yeah from residents in the area, from people who see kids bike ride down the center. There's no center line on the road. The answers I've been given is I've asked, can a center line be put? I started with Mr. Fisher, and I appreciate him calling me back so promptly. That was back in January-ish. And he said, yes, it's wide enough, but we don't do that on roads in the town of Hyde Park. And I was so glad to hear Chief Benson say, we want to move forward in Hyde Park. We want to do things we haven't done before for safety. Because even if there is a cost associated with a stripe down certain roads, and Pinewoods is one that's been called, as I've looked at Old Town roads, at Old Town minutes, a corridor. Excuse my speech impediment, but it goes from the village to East Market, and a lot of people use it as a thoroughfare. They don't live on the road, or they don't live on White Oaks, but they use it, they drive too quickly, they don't stay on their side of the line of the road, because there are no markings. There are no edge markings, no center markings, no drive slowly markings, permanent markings. And that research indicates that yes, a center lane marking does work. I'm just going to say this. if there was a 1 mile stretch, and that stretch would be less than 1 mile, because there are already some markings at the beginning and end, that a 1 mile stretch of rural road is cost effective if one crash a year occurs in over 15 and a half miles. Okay, one crash a year over 15 and a half miles would more than pay for the cost of putting a stripe, or I've been told that there's no striping machine. I did some research. I'm a social worker, okay? I do not know business like you all do. But even if it's an intermittent line, I took a very poor photograph for safety reasons of intermittent double lines that can serve as a reminder that you stay on your side of the road. Car manufacturers have been putting in lane assists or lane for a number of years and perfecting that to keep people on their side of the road. Pinewoods Road bends and curves, and I think we need to protect the children, the residents of the town. One accident every 15 and a half miles over a 1 mile stretch would more than pay for it. And I would encourage you, if you might allow me to read the letter that I wrote to Mr. Torgiani and Ms. Noakes, and Dr. Ruggiero already have it. The research, there are 3 websites that are non-biased. I did not go to websites that make money off of paving or center lines. So let me put it this way. The government of Texas website, studies done which show the cost-benefit analysis of a single yellow line. And just because we do it on one road does not mean it has to be done on every road or other roads in Hyde Park. That's not what equity is about. What's fair is not always equal, okay? Thank you for hearing me. May I leave this with each of you?
Please.
Thank you. And I made copies of some of the websites because obviously you can't click on it with this. The foil. And thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Yep, no, thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time. Sorry, sir. They might need to attach.
Marla, we do have our attorney for the town looking into these issues as you're discussing.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay. Move forward.
Resolution 612-1 of 2023, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to acknowledge the resignation of Nicholas M. Whitley as a member of the Town of Hyde Park Recreation Commission.
May I have a second?
Second.
All right. Will the roll call vote be taken by the town clerk, please?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Prusakowski.
Aye.
And Supervisor Torgiani.
Aye. Motion carried.
Resolution 612-2 of 2023, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to approve budget revisions to the Town of Hyde Park budget for the period of June 2023, budget revisions number 2023-02.
May I have a second?
Second.
Okay, Lynn. All right, will the clerk please take the roll call vote?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Prusakowski.
Aye.
And Supervisor Torgiani.
Aye, motion carried.
Resolution 612-3 of 2023, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Supervisor to execute an agreement with the New York State Department of Transportation to maintain pedestrian facilities and landscaping features on New York Route 9 between the Hyde Park Plaza and the Hyde Park Firehouse, Town of Hyde Park, County of Dutchess.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Okay. Will the town clerk please take the roll call vote?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Prusakowski.
Aye.
And Supervisor Torgiani.
Aye, motion carried.
Resolution 612-4 of 2023, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Supervisor to execute an agreement with the New York State Department of Transportation to maintain, repair, and energize a pedestrian lighting system on or along a state highway within the geographical jurisdiction of the municipality, such highway identified as US Route 9, State Highway 453, County of Dutchess.
May I have a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please take the roll call vote?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Persikowski.
Aye.
And Supervisor Torrigiani.
Aye. Motion carried.
Resolution 612-5 of 2023, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to amend Resolution 13-48 of 2023, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to appoint the 2023 Town Board liaisons for the town and community to reflect the title changes and to add the Climate Smart Communities Task Force to said list.
May I have a second, please?
Second?
Is that Lynn? Was that you? Okay.
That was Lynn.
Will the clerk please take the roll call vote?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Persikowski.
Aye.
And Supervisor Torrigiani.
Aye. Motion carried.
Resolution 612-6 of 2023, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to approve the biannual schedule for the Town of Hyde Park Town Board meetings to be held from July to December of 2023.
May I have a second, please?
Second?
Will the clerk please take the roll call vote?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Persikowski.
Aye.
And Supervisor Torrigiani.
Aye. Motion carried.
Resolution 612-7 of 2023, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to establish the 2023 seasonal employee wage rates for Town of Hyde Park recreational employees.
May I have a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please take the roll call vote?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Persikowski.
Aye.
And Supervisor Torrigiani.
Aye. Motion carried.
Resolution 612-11 of 2023, resolution approving a memorandum of agreement in connection with the collective bargaining agreement between the Town of Hyde Park Police Benevolent Association and the Town of Hyde Park.
All right. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Done. Thank you. All right. Will the clerk please take the roll call vote?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Persikowski.
Aye.
Supervisor Torrigiani.
Aye. Motion carried.
Resolution 612-12 of 2023, resolution authorizing the town supervisor to acknowledge and approve the purchase of new laptops and software for the Town of Hyde Park Police Department.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
All right. Will the clerk please take the roll call vote?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Persikowski.
Aye.
And Supervisor Torrigiani.
Aye. Motion carried.
Resolution 612-13 of 2023, a resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to award construction of ADA-required parking for the Town of Hyde Park Recreation's Dinsmore Park Playground Improvement Project and the Hackett Hill ADA Accessible and All-Inclusive Design Playground Project to Avello Brothers.
May I have a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please take the roll call vote?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Persikowski.
Aye.
And Supervisor Torrigiani.
Aye. Motion carried.
Resolution 612-14 of 2023, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Clerk and Town Engineer to solicit bids and for the Town Engineer to request proposals for the Town of Hyde Park Recreation's Beck Park Improvement Project.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Will the clerk please take the roll call vote?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Persikowski.
Aye.
And Supervisor Torrigiani.
Aye. Motion carried.
Resolution 612-15 of 2023, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Clerk to issue a hawking and peddling license to Vanessa Espinosa of Van Roy's LLC.
May I have a second, please?
Second?
Will the clerk please take the roll call vote?
Councilwoman Nokes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Prusakowski.
Aye.
And Supervisor Torrigiani.
Aye. Motion carried.
Thank you, Vanessa.
I have something here I'd like to read. It's a thank you card. Dear Alan, the Town of Hyde Park Board, thank you so much for the beautiful flowers and well wishes. They have brightened my day. I'm so appreciative of your concern, kind thoughts, and concerns. Thank you fondly, Kathy Lane. Just want to get that out there. And I'd like to make also a brief statement that these resolutions are read very quickly, but they take days and days to put together, except yours. There's always a first.
Thank you again.
Well, John had me in the background. He's like this, you know. No, that's okay. I just like to let everybody know that because it thinks it's very simple. That it's a process.
I'm sure.
The clerk's office, our office, is a lot to do. Every head of office. So, but thank you very much. Do we have any old business? Do we have any new business? Right?
I got a couple of things to follow up on.
Okay.
In regards to East Dorsey Lane, we've been getting a lot of complaints, so we talked to the police chief about setting up the radar enforcement speed device there on East Dorsey one more time to try to see if we can slow the cars down and make it safe. A lot of the residents have been calling and complaining about that. As soon as we open up the Dollar General on the corner of East Dorsey and Route 9G, I'm anticipating that we're going to see a lot more traffic in that general vicinity.
And the hospitals.
So that's why, talking to the police chief, we're going to put the device up and check for speeders and ask people to kind of politely slow down because that whole area is getting to be problematic. As far as the Creek Road weight limit sign, Donna was nice enough to tell us that we had the letter of acknowledgement that came back from Albany. So that got forwarded to the highway superintendent and the highway crew, and I talked to Howie this morning. He will be putting the weight limit signs up this week and getting them situated so that now that that local law is in effect, that takes care of that. We also started, the highway crew has also started preparing for the pavement of a lot of the roads in the area. In my ward, in Ward 3, they are going to be paving Judy Terrace on June 22nd. And then they are going to be moving up, after that paving's done, they're going to be moving up into the Green Tree Drive area and pave a ton of roads. I'm going to read you the roads that they're going to be paving in that area. They're going to be paving Sycamore Drive, Crum Elbow Road Drive, Rose Street, Larch Drive, Ash Lane, Willow Drive, Cedar Lane, Spruce Drive, White Birch Road, Pine Tree Lane, Hemlock Lane, and Green Tree Drive South. The highway superintendent says that this is going to start, like I say, on the June 22nd. They're going to start with Judy Terrace, and then they're moving up to Green Tree, and that paving is going to go on to approximately the 30th. So if everybody can be patient with the crews that are paving up in that area, Howie says there's going to be enough manpower through the highway department that are going to be directing traffic to get in and out of the developments without no problems, but they just got to be patient because there's going to be paving crews, rollers, and it's going to be fairly hectic in that area. Another thing I wanted to touch on is the highway department has been working, and Howie and the crews, and we have a highway guy here now, Sean Riley. They've been doing a tremendous job, and we want to make sure that everybody understands. Try to give these guys a break and give them some room to work and try to drive slow. They're out there patching the roads, trying to fix the roads. We're getting numerous complaints, so these guys are out at addressing all these issues, but we got to give them a little time and be a little patient so they can get this work rectified. Another thing that we've been working on, the supervisor and myself, we met with the Hyde Park Assisted Living Facility with the DOT. We had a meeting several weeks ago about the possibly putting a pedestrian crosswalk in that area, or taking a look with the DOT how we can rectify that problem. Lance McMillan, the head gentleman for the DOT Region 8, reached back out to us yesterday and said that he would be reaching out to the supervisor within the next day or two to be setting up another meeting to basically discuss their findings, what the solutions will be, and try to come up with an alternative that we can all work together and get it rectified. So I thank the supervisor for all his hard work. That's definitely well needed. Another thing that we got going on is, as you can see, the sidewalks and the curbs on Route 9, the project is near completion. They're out there putting the finishing touches on it. In fact, the supervisor, myself, the town engineer, and a few people are going to be going out tomorrow and give it the final walkthrough to make sure that everything's as per specs, and make sure there's everything looks good, so that we can get that contractor out of here, and then hopefully everybody can enjoy the sidewalks and everything that's going on. I think the contractor did a phenomenal job, and the supervisor did a great job in handling and orchestrating all that. So thank you again, Mr. Supervisor. The Hometown Heroes, the first round of banners were up. There was about 15 of them installed. We have the second round in the works right now, which is about 16 of them that is going to be going up in the near future. I'd like to thank the supervisor again, the Veterans Committee, Caroline Miller. She's been working hard to get all these applications in and make sure that everything's processed so we can get these up. And I'll tell you, it really is starting to make Route 9 look very attractive. And the people are getting everybody's very impressed.
There's more and more of those coming in. We're ordering, I think, another 25 bracket systems,
So
over and above the 30-something that we're
So we'll have over 50 overall.
It's nonstop.
Yeah. So the town's really starting to come together. I know that people think that, there's not a lot of activity, but listen, behind the scenes, the whole town board has been working, to try to make things happen, try to answer everybody's complaints. We're trying to be as transparent as possible. You can email any of the town board members or the supervisor, but we're full steam ahead, and that's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Anybody else? Okay. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, adjourn.